Today's question is weeding small fonts. I have a lot of trouble seeing the lines and I don't know where to weed them. This is the Creative Crafters podcast. Hi, I'm Bette from Bette's Makes, and this is your questions answered. Now, I actually have a very simple solution that works extremely well when weeding small fonts, and it works for most. Now, number one, you could use a light table underneath, such as a bright pad, and just put your weeding on top of it so you can see the lines. The other way, of course, if it's a darker material, and this works extremely well, is I actually sprinkle talcum powder over my design and sort of blow it across so it picks up the small lines where it's cut. You'll be able to see the white lines. Remove the excess, and then when you go to sit and do the weeding, you can see all the small lines you need. Now, magnification comes in as well. If they're really, really tiny, sometimes it's easy to make mistakes, but make sure that your weeding tool is not bent, that it's perfectly straight, so that it's easy to pop out the pieces that you don't need. Now, with the talcum powder over top, the best thing there is you will see all those lines. Now, as I mentioned before, if you're using a lighter material, it's sometimes really difficult to do because the talcum powder is also white. So you're not going to be able to see the lines as easily. But using a bright pad or a light pad of some sort underneath is going to be the perfect solution for you, because then those little lines are going to show up. So a couple of solutions for you for not being able to weed those small fonts is number one, a light pad for light colored materials. And number two is using talcum powder and just sprinkling a light dusting so it picks up all the little lines and cracks. And then you'll be able to see where you're weeding. And of course, now I have a third one, and magnification also helps. Sometimes you can get a light that has a big magnifying glass over it, and that also works. Plus, you have to make sure your weeding tool is fairly straight. You don't want anything with a little bend because it will pick up other pieces of your design. And this has been the Creative Crafters podcast, and your questions answered.